Welcome back to Digital Class, and this is a discussion for our booklet R1, and now we are looking at this diversity of living things and non-living things. So the first thing you should understand is things can be classified into living things and non-living things, as you can see here. Okay, so now we have living things, we have non-living things. So let's try to look at what is living things. So living things in simple, basically they are things that are alive. They are alive, and some of the example of broad groups that is actually alive are something like plants, animals, fungi, and bacteria. Okay, and all of these broad groups are actually have these six very important characteristics that show that they are living things. Okay, so we have the first one. First, they need air, food, and water to survive. Second, they can grow. Third, they can respond to changes. Number four, they can reproduce. Number five, they will eventually die one day. And the last is they can move by themselves. Now, all of these things that can be categorized as living things, they must have these six characteristics. Now, let me just give you an example. Example, human. Now, do human need air, food, and water? Yes. Can human grow? Yes. Can human respond to changes? Yes. If anything happen, we will move or respond accordingly, right? Number four, they can reproduce. Can human reproduce? Yes. Can human die? Will human die? Yes. Can human move by themselves? Yes. Okay. Let me give you another example. How about this flower, beautiful flower here? Now, do this flower need air, food, and water? Yes, but teacher, how about food? Seems that plants or flowers don't need food, right? Yes, actually plants need food, just that they actually create their own food. Okay, so they don't need extra food provided from outside. Now, can plant grow? Yes. How about this plant? Can they respond to changes? Of course, yes. Okay. Here's an example: sunlight or when there's water. Okay, or they will respond according to the changes that's on the outer factor. Can plants reproduce? Yes, as we learn in the different booklet, reproduction in plants. Will plants eventually die? Yes. And can plants move by themselves? The answer is yes. But the plant seems like, example, this flower, just can't seems like move by themselves. Yes, you need to understand the example. If there's sunlight here, then the plants actually will move towards the sunlight also. Just an example of sunflower. Sunflower. We know the sunflower actually move towards the direction of the sunlight. Okay? But just something you should note that is just plant does not move from place to place. Again, I repeat, plants does not move from place to place, but they can move by themselves. Okay? So let's look at on another side, what are the non-living things? So non-living things in simple we can understand as basically things that are not alive. They can be made of different materials that are never alive or once alive, or just in simple it's basically man-made. Okay, so what are characteristics of a non-living things? So it's just something that is opposite, directly opposite of what are the characteristics of a living things. They do not need air, food, or water. They do not grow. They do not respond to changes. They cannot reproduce. They will not die, and they cannot move by themselves. Okay. Now, however, there's something that's a bit tricky. For example, if now here I have a robot, okay? Let me just draw this beautiful robot here. Now, this robot, I put in battery, it seems like can move. It seems like can move. But then, Can it consider as living things? It can move, right? But again, living things should have all six characteristics that are listed here. Okay? So we can't just categorize the robot as a living things. Okay? And that is basically the part of classification of things, living things and non-living things. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.